All right, this is Masters Academy Cross Country 2019. I want to welcome everybody out there in computer land. Pray all is well with your family and all your friends. Middle school and high school athletics award banquet. Thanks for everyone showing up. Appreciate that. Really makes us feel good. The intro of the team for middle school this past year, we had Haley Harwick and Sophie Gaponiak, who is a homeschooler. And the high school team consisted of the girls with Daisy Bragg, Miranda Marine, Victoria Pinnell, Haley Harwick, Sophie Gaponiak. Four of those, not Haley, but the other four were all homeschoolers. And these girls did a fantastic job this past year. The boys consisted of Joseph Palladino, Jason Fleming, Alex Patrizzi, Micah Suter, and Tanner Cross. And Tanner kind of bailed out on us this year and transferred over to Vero Beach. I wish him well. I'm going to miss him a lot. He was a lot of fun. Kind of a little synopsis of the season. The middle school, we only had two runners in middle school this year, and that was Haley and Sophie. They also ran in the high school, so they get kudos on that they ran more races than anyone else on the teams, boys and girls combined. So they ran high school races and middle school races. They did very well in all their races. We hosted the MCAC championships again. Of course, we only had two runners, so we couldn't defend our championship from a couple of years ago. And we also were one of the hosts for the Indian River County Middle School cross country, which kind of started up last year. And we hosted that, and Imagine also hosted one. And it was a fun time. It was a really good turnout. It was great to see the schools, the other middle schools here. And we hope to keep this going in the coming year if this virus thing permits everything to go as normal. The high school was the most successful high school team ever. Well, as far as I can see anyway. There were 4 things that I really want to bring up. The girls team, this was their 5th year as a team qualifying for regionals. The other thing, a milestone, was the boys team. It was the first year that the boys team has qualified for regionals. So that's a milestone right there. Another one is, of course, it's a milestone on this one, both the girls and the boys team qualified for regionals. So that was a first. And the biggie was we had our first state qualifier this year, Jason Fleming, little 9th grader, Bob and Michelle's son. He came on really strong at the beginning of the season, showed a lot of talent, just really worked hard all through the season, practically set a PR just about every time he ran. And he made it all the way, I think he finished 14th in regionals, and he ran up in state. And out of 246 or 236, he came in like 140th, 141st, which is really good from never being exposed to anything like that. I really appreciated the support that his dad and his mom gave to him through the season. He was kind of double dipping, playing soccer and running cross country at the same time. But we look forward to some really big things this coming year. I'm going to set some goals with the team at the beginning of the season. We'll work them a little harder. We're going to change up our practice a little bit to concentrate more on some speed work as well as distance work and everything like that. And we'll get to the awards here. For the middle school, you had all the rewards. They know what they are and everything like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Mighty in Spirit. For middle school, we had Haley Harwick. Total Heart was Sophie Gaponiak. And Cornerstone was Sophie Gaponiak. In high school, for the girls, we had Mighty in Spirit was Miranda Marine. Total Heart was Victoria Pinnell. Cornerstone was Daisy Bragg. And boys, Mighty in Spirit was Joseph Palladino. Total Heart was Alex Patrizzi. And Cornerstone was Jason Fleming. And those are the awards for this year. Those particular runners really showed what it meant as running for God, and running for Masters Academy. I heard something on TV just a while ago while watching a track meet. Somebody asked this 400-meter runner how she could kick at the last 80 meters of a 400-meter race. She said, "I just run fast, turn left, and leave the rest to God." So I'm gonna kind of be looking at that this year when we're running. It's gonna be run fast, run hard, and leave the rest to God. Or run your best and leave the rest to God. So we're gonna go along with that this next year. And I'd like to close just from some coaches' special recognitions. Micah Suter, he ran with us last year, and it was great having him. He's a harder worker you will not find. This guy ran every practice 110%, and he ran every race 110%. He may have not been the most talented person out there, but to find a harder worker, he'd be hard pressed. A couple of things about Micah: he was so big that we didn't have a uniform top to fit him. So at the district and regional races, the teams were required to run in the same uniform. So I had to go to the meet director of each of those district and regionals to bring Micah in front of him so they could okay his shirt. But we got past that. But yes, he was really fun to have on a team, and I understand he's going to be trying to play football this year. He told me that his goal was to have a athletics pin for every sport before he graduates. So I wish him well with that. And Miss Rebecca, she came and helped us last year. She was our girls' mentor. And sometimes it gets a little challenging for a male coach to be coaching female athletes, especially from middle school into high school and everything like that. So last year I had Stacy Mueller to help out with that. And this year, Miss Rebecca stepped up really good and just kind of worked with the girls for us. Haley, Harwick, and Sophie, they ran the most races and really ran their hearts out for 2 middle school, 8th grades. I'm looking forward to having them in high school this year. And I want to thank Coach Perez as my assistant coach. Without his knowledge and help, I don't know if we really got to the point where we were last year. So I really appreciate Coach Perez for that. Athletic Director Stephen Boyer, Bob Fleming, and the student body, and all the helpers, and especially the parents and the families who have really encouraged their student athletes all through the years. You're their first line of encouragement to keep them motivated, to keep them on the right path and everything like that. So hopefully, if everything turns out right, we'll be starting our season the third week of July, I believe it is. Yeah, third week of July for our first practice. And right now, I'm looking at an early season race up in Vieira, which I believe is the second week of August or third week of August. So, and we're going to work toward that. And like I said, I really appreciate all the help and all the kids. It was a great season, and we're looking for another one. We raised the bar a little bit, and we're going to try to raise it a little bit higher this year. Thank you very much, and be safe, be well.